Hello, everyone out there in the YouTube vinyl community. This is Prog Rock Tommy with a vinyl update and received something in the mail and would like to open that up, so want to share that with y'all. First of all, I want to thank everyone who views videos on my channel. I think I'm either up to or past 1,000 views, so thank you for watching my videos and taking time out in your day to watch them. I hope everyone is doing well in the vinyl community. I've enjoyed seeing a lot of good videos made by VC members sharing their awesome collections and their vinyl updates as well. On that, I'll enjoy some coffee. It's Veterans Day here. It's Friday. And I want to give a salute to all the veterans who served our country. Thank you. I know this week was the elections week, and all I want to say about that is it was the first time, because I'm getting close to being 50 years old, the first time that I actually was like, didn't know what was going to happen, who was going to win, and to get my mind off of it, I played some music, and now it's done. It's a done deal. So it was the first time I had some anxiety and anxious to just, let's get this over with. So that's all I want to say about the past elections here in the United States. The first thing I want to begin with is, like I mentioned, I got something in the mail, and I haven't opened it. So this was a Discogs purchase. So let me see what it is. This is my first album by Omega. I've seen a lot of people post albums of this group. Awesome prog rock band. The Hall of Floaters in the Sky. Nice. Nice artwork. Let's see here. German pressing, really cool. And it's on, wow, it's nice and clean. But I don't know if you can see that label. So I can't wait to give this a spin today. Okay, as I mentioned, this is also, before I get to some of the vinyl that I picked up here recently, some from Dollar Vinyl and some that I got out of Half Price Books, excuse me. But I did want to mention a couple of CDs that I was glad to have back in my collection. These are favorites from my days of being in junior high. I went out and purchased Van Halen 2. Nothing too fancy to the CD label. It's just one of my favorites and still a favorite of mine. The other one, I was cranking this one a lot. Cranking this one up to be played in my car and the house. Judas Priest, Stained Class. Nice photo of the band in their younger years. One of my favorites. And the first few are not, the first two, there's some jazz, there's a few jazz, maybe one or jazz stain in here, two jazz stains that I picked up. The first two are not dollar finds, but the rest of them are. The first one that I picked up and was played on the elections night, I picked this up. Free Jazz, Ornette Coleman. Excellent album. When I first got into jazz a long time ago, around the time when my daughter was born, this was like a third or fourth album recommended to me to listen to because I was getting into jazz. I'm not sure what the label is, but I'll open it up. It's black. It's not a colored vinyl. Nice. Very good album. I personally recommend it if you want to get into free jazz, progressive jazz. It's a good one. My second one was a find from Half Price Books. It was on clearance, and I picked up Bob Dylan, The Free Willin' Outtakes 1962. I'm not disappointed with this. This sounds fine. This is the inside of it. The vinyl's not colored, but it has a nice photo, cover photo on one side. Like I said, they sound great. Then I discovered that I got disappointed about is I do not have the album Free Willin' Bob Dylan. And if I do, it's somewhere in here, but I have not been able to find it. I thought, and I don't want to rush out and get it until I see if I have it first. But it's really good, good session work. Some of the songs are different, have different titles. Just side one, I listened to side one and side B, but the ones that really were that I remember that I really liked was I Heard That Lonesome Whistle and Going to New Orleans. Really, really good stuff. Outtakes. The next one that I have, this is Dollar Fine. It is a jazz one too as well. It's Hubert Law's Wildflower. Love the artwork. The flute makes it look like larger than life. It's on the old school red, green, white Atlantic. Have never heard this album. Haven't spent it yet. And I'm looking forward to doing that. Being that we're off today from work. In observance to Veterans Day. My next dollar find, Bonnie Raitt, Taking My Time. I'm starting to pick up her albums. I have a couple. Nice photo of Bonnie Raitt. Love her, love the way she sings. Bluesy, clear. You can understand the lyrics and just a very good artist. Oh, and it's on the record label. Let's see here. Oh, Warner Brothers. It's not in really good shape. I just need to clean it off and dust it off a little bit. And we'll be good to go. My next find, I was excited about this because Mark Knopfler is one of my favorite guitar players. Had this on CD, found this for $1. It's in great shape. Music from Local Hero. I recommend this album. If you like soundtracks, it's a good album to kick back and listen to, read, and just admire his work, his guitar playing. It's in on the Warner Brothers label, but the one that's white, I guess that's a later label that the company came out with. And I'm not sure if everyone is a fan of these kind of inside covers, but I'm not. The records never go back in right, so I'll most likely will be changing that. The other dollar find I have is in pretty good shape. It's Santana. Love this artwork. It's got the original inner sleeve. It's on the red Columbia. It's dusty. Needs to be cleaned. Seems like a lot of fingers touched it. The album is called B.O.R.B. Oleta Borella. Tongue twister for me, but glad to have that in my collection. I've always wanted this album. I almost picked it up on a CD, I think probably a few times, but I've just waited, and sometimes for me it pays to wait. Now I finally got me an album by this artist, singer-songwriter, one of the best. I noticed that in the YouTube vinyl community, a lot of folks had his album, so I finally found me a clean copy, and that's what I was waiting for, of Gordon Lightfoot, If You Could Read My Mind. Such a great song, great lyrics. On Reprise, and it's in really nice shape. And I'm sure we've all familiar ourselves with the Reprise Records label, but looking forward to hearing that. I've never owned a Gordon Lightfoot. This is my first one, and hopefully get to add some more to the collection. My next dollar find, John Lennon, Yoko Ono. Didn't have this in my collection. Double Fantasy. Very good shape too as well. On the Geffen Records label. Sorry about it if you're not able to see these labels and covers. In this music room that I am, the lighting can be not strange, but just the way everything reflects in here. This is a dollar find of a band called IQ, and if I understand this right, it's also promo. So Bobby Z, if you're watching, promo baby. Cool. Dollar. IQ, I take it is what they called neon prog rock mute band, but it's on this label, which is affiliated to Mercury Records. Oh, no, excuse me. Affiliated to, well, it's Mercury Records. Let's put it that way. But it's really cool. And it says promotional copy, not for sale. This is my first album by this band. So I'm glad to pick that up. Picked up an Eagles album, Desperado, on Asylum Records. This is the inner sleeve for it. It's just a black, and I'm sure we're all familiar with Asylum Records. It does have this little mark up here, but it doesn't. I can't feel it, and it's not. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. And if it does, oh well. Two more here. Finally picked up an album by Rickie Lee Jones. And I believe this is her first album. The one that had the hit, Chuck E.'s in Love. Another artist that I see quite often this album posted. So pick me up a copy of her album on Warner Brothers. Nice and clean. Okay. And the last album I have to show is, it's a really good album. It's Simon Townsend, Sweet Sound. This was a dollar find. I really like this album. Yes, you could tell his dad may have had something to do with the way this album is done, because he helped produce it, but the songs are written by Simon himself, and it's on 21 Records. But if you find this album, or if you own it, check it out. It's not really bad. It kind of reminds me of White City, done by Pete Townshend. Well, again, thank you all my subscribers and all those who take time to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate you all. And this is it for now. Until the next time, Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on another vinyl update. Take care, everyone.